Baby formula shortage is taking a toll on parents. Some are going to great lengths to feed their babies. They're going to Mexico. So far, 2 shipments from Europe have been flown into the U.S. to help ease the shortage. Some of the products began hitting store shelves over the weekend. And one of the biggest manufacturers in the U.S., the largest actually, is Abbott. They're expected to restart production at the Michigan plant that was shut down. That reopening should happen the end of this week. Some moms are not going to wait. They are making the trek to Tijuana, where apparently there is a lot of formula to be had. The question is if it's safe. I'm joined right now by Dr. Maya Bunik. She is the medical director of Children's Hospital in Colorado. Thank you so much. Am I saying your name right, Dr. Bunik?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for being here. So here's the question. The U.S. imports just 2% of the baby formula around the world. You know, we have had manufacturers produce their own baby formula. Some of the formula that we have imported is from Mexico. Should people be going to Mexico to get their own formula?
Well, I think that the main thing that we want to have people understand is that it's probably safer to get something that looks brand like similar to your baby's formula. You want to avoid, there's a toddler formula called Nido, N-I-D-O, that is really not safe for infants. We want to have families avoid making their own formula recipes and providing either more juice or cow's milk from the carton because those things are not safe for infants. So we really just want to make sure that if people are going to go to Tijuana, that it has the same brand because there are a lot of other substitutes. I think in general, we should probably be staying locally just because that's something that you can be sure you're getting the right product. And going to smaller grocery stores. We know our federal program WIC is increasing access for families who can't get formula.
Can I just interrupt you? Can you be a little more clear about exactly whether or not parents should be buying formula in Mexico? Because I think a lot of people are shocked that moms and dads are actually traveling to Tijuana to buy formula. And I feel like it's like, can we just say yes or no?
Well, I think it's a choice. If they don't have access to anything, we don't want them using something that they don't have. The thing is that 2% of it is imported to the U.S., so there are factories that are making it that is probably safe. You just want to make sure you're getting the right product because the Nido is not is a toddler formula. It's not an infant formula, and it's not safe for babies. So people have to make sure they're getting the right product. There's no reason for us to think that, and the reality is most of this traveling is from Tijuana in the San Diego area. It's not really in other places. And I think that we should, as much as possible, try to stay local with all of this because we're not sure, you're not going to be sure what you're getting. So I would be really cautious.
All right, Dr. Bunik, thank you so much for being with us. Obviously, this is something where if people are willing to go to another country, even if it is just over the border, San Isidro, just over the way from San Diego, it's certainly something to keep in mind. We appreciate your time. Let's get to a... Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.